the extreme ice age had arrived. The man was shivering uncontrollably on the first floor of his villa, so he decided to move some of the supplies from the basement upstairs. Once those were used up, he would relocate to the safer, warmer basement. The temperature had already dropped to -70 degrees. The woman who had been asking for help in the neighborhood group chat still hadn't gone to a shelter. She kept posting requests for help every day, even tagging the man directly. He sensed trouble. She might have spotted him moving supplies the last time. He didn't reply, pretending he had already moved away. Half a month passed, and the temperature dropped another 20 degrees. Some people in the group chat had run out of supplies and were in despair. The man felt deeply grateful that he had listened to his cousin back then. Given how lazy he usually was, he probably would have frozen or starved to death by now. Some wealthy residents were offering luxury cars for rice, and designer watches for bread, but no one was willing to trade with them. After their food ran out, many chose to head to the shelters. Looking at his own supplies, the man felt a sense of security. He had an entire basement full of them. Then a message appeared in the group chat. The shelters were already overcrowded and no longer accepting anyone. Suddenly, a loud crash made him jump. It was the sound of breaking glass. Then came gunfire. Someone was looting supplies. It was madness. When people were pushed to the brink, there was no limit to what they would do. In the apocalypse, without the restraint of law, people's savagery was beyond imagination. Another message popped up in the group chat. It was from that pleading woman. She was actually urging other residents to go to the man's house and steal his food. He let out a cold laugh, lamenting how unpredictable human nature could be. He decided to leave the small amount of supplies on the ground floor for them. He had already installed cameras in the house. He turned off the air conditioner, stuffed the remote in his pocket, and retreated into the basement, locking the blast door behind him. He had seen this day coming. That door was the sturdiest in the entire villa. Even a hand grenade probably couldn't break it down. The temperature in the basement was low, but not the bone-chilling, lethal cold outside. Upstairs lay the evil of human nature. Down here, he was safer. The basement was spacious, with separate areas for storage and living. Perfectly livable. He opened the surveillance feed on his phone. The front door had been completely smashed in. More than a dozen people had swarmed inside, some with guns, some carrying axes. They were already arguing over how to split the few supplies he had left behind. Before long, they discovered the basement door. They couldn't get it open. In the end, they decided to camp out in his villa and keep looking for a way in. Over the following days, the man watched them through the cameras. They tried every method they could think of to break the door down, but failed every time. As time passed, the supplies upstairs dwindled. The group grew more and more volatile. Eventually, several of them died fighting over the last pack of instant noodles. Prolonged hunger twisted their expressions into something grotesque. And then, the dead ones became food. Watching through the monitor, the man felt sick to his stomach. Over the next few days, the temperature in the basement stayed stable. Still cold, but comfortable enough. A month later, one of the intruders somehow got hold of a grenade, and prepared to blow the door open. The man panicked. He wasn't sure if the door could withstand the blast. A deafening explosion shook the entire basement. When the tremor passed, he checked the monitor. The door only had a few scratches on it. He breathed a quiet sigh of relief. The door was solid, and the food stored in the basement would last him a long time. But if that door ever gave way, he would have nowhere left to run.